Yes, people. Yeah, man. Blessed morning to everybody. Give thanks to life. I am going to eat some breakfast and cook some dinner. I eat some steamed callaloo. See there? And I have a cup of fever grass, turmeric and ginger tea. And I'm going to eat 2 slices of island style kitchen spelt bread. Today I'm going to be cooking stew beef. Yeah, it's a slow cook stew beef I'm going to cook today. With some rice and peas and some green salad. I'm going to finish eating my breakfast and then we jump in the kitchen and show you what I want in the island style kitchen. Island style kitchen at them. You know it's an island style and it can't spoil. The tea hot. Yes people, so see it here. I have 3 pounds of fresh beef. I'm going to wash it off and season it up and show you how I go in the kitchen. Right now I have garlic, onion and pepper right there. So this is what I use for green season. For now, I have some black pepper over here, so cayenne pepper. I have some island style mixed seasoning in this. And I drop a couple of pimento green on it. Alright, so I'm going to wash off the beef right now and season it up. Yeah man. Yeah, so the beef nice and chunky, like the size of them. And I cut nothing off of them. So the fat on the beef, I'm not even going to cut the fat off. What I'm going to do, so when I sear the beef with the fat, the juices from the fat is going to melt off back into the pot, and the beef is going to slow cook in its own juice. So that's the reason why I'm not taking the fat off this beef. Because by the time the beef cook, you're not going to see any fat on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and wash this beef. I'm going to be using some vinegar on it. Yeah man. I'm telling you before, as Caribbean people, we love to wash the meat. So the meat have to wash first before we cook it. So the beef nice and chunky. So this is going to be a chunky stew beef. I'm not cutting them any smaller. Alright. So I'm going to give it a second wash with some fresh water now. Wash off the vinegar off it because as you know that vinegar have a sourish taste. And I don't want the taste on the beef, so I'm going to wash it off, rinse it off now with some fresh water and drain it. Alright, so the meat wash and drain already. So I'm going in with a little bit of cayenne pepper. Not use too much because I have some Scotch Bonnet pepper I put on it. And I don't want it over spicy. Alright. So I'm going to add some island style mix seasoning. Can't go into the secret for that seasoning, you know? No way I can't go into this one. Only found that island style kitchen. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper to it. Okay, so I'm going to cut up some onion on it, and this is just for seasoning. Tomorrow when I'm cooking this down, I'm going to add more onion at the end of my stew. So this onion that I'm adding now is just for the marination. Okay, so I'm cutting up 3 cloves of garlic. I love garlic on my food. Garlic just make everything taste better, and garlic is good for you. So people, when I go and go eat garlic, make tea with it, swallow it sometime. So I'm cutting up 1 Scotch Bonnet pepper on here. Right, so I'm going to go in with some fresh thyme. I'm going in with a little bit of soya sauce. Not too much because soya sauce tends to get salt. I'm going to add a little bit of brown into it, not too much. This is just a color. I'll maybe add more tomorrow if it's needed. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So I'm going to massage all of this seasoning inside here. That smells so good already, people. Boy, I wish you guys could smell this. I wish you could smell it. This stew beef is going to be off the chain. Boy, this smells so good. I almost forgot this. Can't forget this. Now go in with some allspice. A Jamaica pimento we call it. Yeah, throw in a couple pimento grain in it. I don't want too much pimento grain in the beef because I don't want it to taste like jerk. I don't want the season to be overpowering the beef, yeah? Alright, so I'm going to put a pinch of salt in this because I tasted it earlier and I think it needs a little bit of salt, so I'm adding some sea salt to it. Yeah man, I'm just massaging all of the goodness and seasoning them inside of this. So here you have it, people. Beef seasoned up. So I'm going to allow this to marinate overnight. I'm going to cover it with a piece of oil paper and put it in the fridge. And then tomorrow I'm going to show you guys what's happening in Island style kitchen. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sear these or braise them, as some call it. Put a little oil in the pot, and the pot is really hot. 2 cloves of garlic in the oil. Even though I seasoned these earlier with garlic, I'm putting in 2 cloves of garlic. I was already washed the burn in the pot. I'm going to take all the green seasoning off the beef because I don't want them to burn in the oil. I'm going to go in with my beef. I'm going to sear it, get nice and brown. Might have a little bit of popping here and there from the fats, but like I told you before, the fat is what's going to make the beef nice and juicy. Alright, I don't want to put too much in the pot because I don't want them to steam. I just want them to sear, get some color. Yeah, people, so see there? I'll drop this in the rice pot over here, so not too focused on the rice today because the rice at the start of the show and the stew beef at the start of the show today. So now focus on the rice and just season the pot and make it go on bubble up in the meantime. Okay, people, here you go. This is how your beef should look when you finish. Brown it, a Jamaica would say brown it or sear it. Yeah? Nice and brown. Over here, if you look at the pot that I was using, there's some little, you see a lot of black things in there that come off the beef. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scrape some of it out and rinse out some because you don't want to use all of that. You don't want to wash the pot out completely because what you see in the bottom there, that is what going to add all the flavor and color to the pot. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to scrape some of that out and I'm going to show you when I'm putting in beef. Alright people, so here it is. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to throw some of the seasoning inside here. So that's some of the seasoning that came off the beef. I'm throwing it into the pot. Like I showed you earlier that I add the remaining seasoning that was in the season pan from the marinade inside here. So I'm going to add the beef in here now. I'm going to add 1 cup of hot water to this beef as soon as I'm finished putting the beef in the pot. Only 1 cup of water. And I'm going to cover the pot and let it simmer down. This what you see here is juice that came from the beef. So I'm going to add that in the pot and I'm adding 1 cup of water to it. And I'm going to allow this to cook down nice and slow. You see how the beef nice and brown? I'm going to cover this now and put it to a medium fire and allow it to simmer down. And as soon as it simmers down, I'm going to stir it up and add some more water to it. And let this cook until it gets tender. Alright people, meanwhile the beef is stew, I'm going to check the rice. Yeah man. Wow, look at that. See the rice? Nice and shelly. Yes man. I'm using some basmati rice. Is it basmati or jasmine? One out of the 2 of them, I'm not even sure. Yeah, this is basmati rice. See it nice and shelly? Yeah man, rice and peas, turn up. You see people? Coconut milk a ball out in the pot. All of that, see it? Nice and hot. Island style kitchen. Alright people, so it's been about 20 minutes now. Yeah man. The beef look nice, golden brown. So right now, I'm going to add another cup of water to it and make it simmer down again. And this is hot water I'm adding, people. Please do not add any cold water to the meat, because if you add cold water to the meat, it's going to make the meat get hard. It's going to make the meat get tough again. So always have hot water on hand to add to the pot. Yes. Yeah, man. I have hot water in my pipe, so I'm using hot water from the pipe. If not, you just have some water boil up on your stove and have your hot water ready to add to your meat. Do not add cold water. Alright, so I'm going to allow this to simmer down again for another 15 minutes. Then I'll check the meat if it's tender. And if it's tender, then I'm going to add the rest of my vegetables to it. If not, I'll do the process again until it's tender. So I am now going to add 1 chopped large tomato to this. I'm going to allow the tomato to cook and dissolve inside of the sauce. It adds nice flavor to the sauce and it gives the sauce a nice body. You know, some people will prefer to use like cornstarch or mix up some flour or something like that, put inside here. Feel free to use whatever you want to use, but I'm using a tomato today. Alright, so I'm going to cover this and allow it to simmer down. So I'm going to check back on the pot now. Alright, you see how it dry down, people, look. See the gravy? Dry right down. Yeah, man, look, you see the nice brown color the beef have? Yeah, man, the beef have a nice brown color. See that? Yeah, man. So you want your beef in the people. Now hold it for water in your pot. You slow cook it. Nice and slow, just like how granny do it. Okay, so the beef is still pretty much hard. Yeah, it's getting soft though. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to add a half of a medium onion to this. I want these onions, I'm going to cut them very small because I want them to dissolve when they into the sauce. I don't want to be biting these onions, or I don't want to see them at the end when I'm serving this. So I'm cutting them really small and thin so they dissolve. Okay, so I'm going to add another cup of water to this. So this is my 3rd cup of water I'm adding to the beef. I'm going to give this a little stir and I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook for another 15 minutes. So people, if you're going to try this dish, make sure you have time on your hands to do it, because this dish takes a longer time to cook. You're looking at about an hour to an hour and a half to prepare this dish. However, you could add like 4 or 5 cups of water to this and cover it up and make it cook down. You can do it that way if you want to, but I prefer to slow cook it this way, because I find when I do it like this, I get a better taste from the beef. So if you want it to taste like Island Style Kitchen stew beef, you have to take your time. You know, you have to take your time and make it slow cook. Alright, so I'm going to cover this up back, and I think within the next 15 minutes the beef should be tender, where I can add the other vegetables to it. So stay tuned, people. These are the other vegetables that I'm going to use. Yeah, man, I have some red, yellow and green bell pepper. I washed them and chopped them already. I have some green beans here, aka string bean. Jamaica string bean we call them. So them the string bean and sweet pepper. We're not talking about bell pepper, sweet pepper. Alright. Over here I have a carrot. Yeah, I don't want my carrot to be too small inside of the stew. I want them to be chunky, so I'm cutting them at a fairly decent size. Some people cut the carrot very small. I don't want them to melt out. I want them to be crunchy when I'm serving them. Right, so I'm going to check this pot now, people. Just by the smell of this, I can tell that the beef is ready. You see the beef? Nice and brown, people. Look. You see it? Look, nice and brown. Look on the gravy. So the gravy thick. This is what we're looking for. Now water gravy around here. If this had bone in it, it would fall off the bone. That will tell you how soft the beef is, people. Yeah, man, nice and soft. Never taste the piece. Boy. Yes, people, the beef nice. The beef tastes good. Sunday dinner I got to turn up today. Island Style Kitchen at them, quick and fast. Alright, people. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add another half cup of hot water inside here. Yeah, half cup of water. So that's 3.5 cups of water technically I used to cook this. And then I'm going to add all the other vegetables. If you notice, it's still popping. That's because the water is hot. If I add cold water to it, it would stop. And then it's going to slow down the cooking process. So I'm going to add all these other vegetables to it right now. So see it there? The carrot and the green bean, aka string bean. Look how pretty that be, people. Look, just look, people. All of my bell pepper, aka sweet pepper. What I'm going to do now, a piece of carrot drop out through the sun. I try to kill it. Right? In the pot, you're gone. I'm going to give this a stir. And I'm going to cover it and let it. I'm going to turn the fire down to low, like really, really, really low, and allow it to cook for another 10 minutes. Or, yeah man, anywhere between 8 and 10 minutes I'm going to make the steam down for. And then we turn it off. Because right now this can't eat, you know. Because remember, so the vegetable them can eat raw. And I'm going to cover this and allow it to simmer down in an island style kitchen. Yeah man, island style kitchen at them. Yes, so there you have it, people. See it there? Island style kitchen stew beef. Slow cook stew beef. Yeah man, low flame, finish it up, you know? And the rice and peas over there, so. We don't cook peas and rice, you know. Rice and peas. Alright, so we're going to share out this and show you how we're going to complete in island style kitchen. Slow cook stew beef. Some rice and peas. Island style kitchen tropical salad. Alright people, so let's see it. Island style kitchen stew beef. Yeah man, nice and soft and the meat tastes so good. I don't eat beef a lot of people, but this week I feel like I really want to eat a piece of beef, so I just stew some beef and eat it. Most of the fish I eat. However, if you just eat one stomach can take them. If you have pressure and doctor tells you don't eat red meat, leave red meat alone and don't eat it. But if you're in a good health and exercise, you can eat a little red meat now and then. So, I'm enjoy my food now, people. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I'm using island style mango dressing and my salad. So when I use them fancy dressing, I see them having at the store. My own dressing at home, all organic and natural. If you want to learn how to make this dressing, I will be posting a video on how to make this mango dressing. It's all natural. Yeah, it's only mango. It's like mango, a little bit of honey. I mean, I'll tell you, just go watch the video and post a video. How to make the mango dressing. And the salad I have on the side here, this is island style kitchen tropical salad. So if you want to learn how to make this salad, you can watch a tropical salad video, because I'm going to post that video also. Thank you guys very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed the video, share it with your family members and friends. Yeah man, so then people can see what's happening in island style kitchen, and then maybe they learn something new. If you have any recipes you want to share with me or ideas, feel free to leave it in the comments down below, and I'll definitely try your recipes. Alright, so thank you guys very much again. Stay safe, one love. And don't forget, if it's your first time to my channel, please subscribe. Yeah man, and turn on all post notification bells. The mango dressing and the tropical salad. Don't miss out on that video. Yeah man, you guys gotta enjoy it. Alright, so just stay safe and go and bless upon yourself. One love, Island Style Kitchen.
Come join our experience each and every episode with Island Style Kitchen. Cooking in the bush. Yakster the bush lad said that. Waklak skum, skalai boom, bututum, bush. Hey yo! But it's scrolling and clicking. Why you feel like chef over there mouth is dripping? Because they had just subscribed to Island Style Kitchen. Cooking in the bush. Yakster the bush lad and that's that. Waklak skum, skalai boom. Take it away with the gravy.